All right, let's talk about our first step to drawing. So we talked about this idea of the left brain and the right brain. And our left brain is really dominant. It jumps in, it solves problems, it's really quick. And for drawing, we kind of want to be able to use our right brain. So our first trick is we're actually going to educate the left brain so it understands what we're doing, and eventually it'll start letting our right brain take over and be in charge of drawing. But right now, let's work with the left brain. So the simplest idea that we initiated our drawing lesson with is the idea of lines on the paper. And something that kind of happens is that straight lines tend to look pretty flat. But if I start bending my lines, all of a sudden things start looking a little more three-dimensional. It's a little bit of an optical illusion. So it's an optical illusion that my left brain can understand, that as an artist, if I start pushing and bending lines across the paper rather than just making them straight, that I'll start creating this illusion of three-dimensional. So a way we can start exploring with that is we can do this project called worms. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do some squiggly lines on my page. I might go wide, narrow, and for this project, in many ways, I'm going to repeat what I just did here. So I'm going to create an illusion, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to find the widest part in one of these, let's call them worms. So here's the widest part, so I'm going to draw a straight line, and just like that circle, I'm going to go from the straight line and I'm going to push up and come back down. So I'm going to go up and then back down. And then back at that point, up and then back down. In fact, to kind of help you see what I'm drawing, I'm going to highlight that straight line just so you can sort of see that I'm going from the straight line all the way up, all the way down. And even though I'm going to bend all the way here, I'm going to try to go all the way to my yellow dots and back down. And what I want my left brain to understand is the more bent the line, the more curved it seems. So why don't I do the same here? Here's that straight line. There's my yellow dots. I'm going to bend. So I never want my lines to get really straight. I want them to be really bent. So I can just repeat that step. Find the widest point. And again, just so you can see it, I'm going to highlight. So there's my 2 points. And I'm going to curve up. And I'm going to try to keep connecting to that line. And so here I am. I'm going to curve. And if I kind of can't make it all the way down, I'm at least going to really bend my line. So I went from the yellow point, bent it. And I get kind of to this awkward point. how about this? I'm just going to have two of these shape meet. So I drew a straight line, and now I'm So if by chance you do one of these and it doesn't look three-dimensional, use your logical left brain and ask yourself, did you really curve these lines? Because straight, flat lines are going to look straight and flat. And that's how you create words. And this can turn into a really fun three-dimensional project as you practice and practice. All right, one last contour line project that your brain hopefully your logical brain can understand is we're going to do a hand and take advantage of that. So I'm going to trace my hand. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some straight lines in the background. So here's my ruler. And I'm not even really worried about measuring it. I'm just putting the ruler straight across the bottom of the page and drawing a straight line. So I'm keeping this in the background. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to curve my lines on the hand. And so let me show you a finished example, and then I'll show you, I'll actually work through mine. But here's what it can look like. I'm going to take those straight lines and curve them when they hit the hand. And this is a fun project even to do with colored markers. So let's slow down and actually look at this. Here's my hand. And so here's my straight line. And when I hit the hand, I'm going to curve it. I'm going to curve it. Here's my straight line. And this one's a little more of an artful process. And see how suddenly that starts looking three-dimensional, because our eye and our mind sees bending lines as if they're moving up in space, when really it's on a flat paper. They're just pushing up versus being straight. And this is a fun project then to take a marker and you can actually start echoing or repeating those curves. So our goal of this lecture was just really to help our left brain, that's so dominant, understand how curving lines on a sheet of paper can make things look three-dimensional, because that left brain really does understand that logic.